Alright, guys. What's going on? Unmute me, Nikki, if you can hear me, bud.
Just did it. We're live?
Yeah, we're live.
All right. What is
What's going on,
ladies and
everyone?
gents?
Yeah. So we'll be getting the matches underway in just a few minutes. They are setting up. We got our referees hopping in some matches to get those underway. But as soon as we get confirmation from Salge in the Art of War, we will be ready to go.
I'm just going ahead and tweeting out the stream, putting it everywhere I can. And if you guys in the chat are chilling, sitting around, not doing much, feel free to tweet out the stream, host it, whatever you can. Support some Evolve esports.
And again, this is our first time, so we'll be setting some things up on the fly. Just bear with us, guys.
Get the stream tweeted out. Oh, you know what? Let me drop it a host on my channel as well. What screen are they looking at right now?
They should just see the
game screen?
Game screen. Yeah, I can take it to bracket scene in just a minute.
All right. What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? We are working on setting up. Trick is working on setting up. I'm tweeting things out, and we are going to get going. Should we set up a hashtag? Should we set up a hashtag? Hashtag LOE or something?
We can.
I told guys, I told guys on my stream yesterday to
capital L, lowercase O, uppercase E.
Yeah. So I was telling my guys on my stream yesterday that if you want to talk to me during the stream, to tweet at me, because I'm sure there'll be a lot of people here, and if there's a lot of people here, it'll be hard to read the chat, especially when we're in game. We're going to need to be focused on the gameplay. So if you guys will tweet at me at stealthshampoo, I may read your tweet over the break in between matches. So if you guys want a response, that's the way to do it. If I can, and I can't read it out loud, I will also reply to you on Twitter. As long as it's something I am able to answer, I will do my best to do so. So hashtag lowercase. Oh, so that's capital L, lowercase O, capital E. I don't really think the capitalization matters on Twitter, does it?
I'm not 100% sure on the capitalization on Twitter. It might. I don't use Twitter that much.
Point is, tweet at me at stealthshampoo, hashtag LOE, and I will read your tweets in between the breaks, in between matches, try to respond to you guys here live, as well as, if I can't, I will try to respond on Twitter.
Yeah, we're just waiting on confirmation from the first match. As soon as they're ready to go, we will be jumping in and casting. We're just setting up here. Remember, guys, this is the first time, well, for me anyways, I've done anything like this, so just bear with us. We will try to keep it as smooth as possible. We do have some no-name teams. I was alerted that this weekend there are some exams going on, so some people might not make it. If you are in the chat and you like to play Evolve, you're on PC and you think you're pretty good and you want to show your skills, if a slot opens, you can join that team if we need you for a free agent slot. And if that team wins, you get a cut of the prize if you get first, second, or third. Again, the prizes are first place, cash prize is $100, and DB is hooking us up with some pretty awesome swag. He's going to give out art books for 5 art books for each member of the team. Second place is getting Evolve t-shirts, and I'm not sure what the Evolve t-shirts are, but maybe there's something like this, what I'm rocking already. And the third place will be getting some Evolve coasters. I know I would like to have one. I actually have a coaster that is pretty standard, but an Evolve one would really be sweet.
I have Right here. Let me see if I can find it. I have Stealth Shampoo official coasters because I'm not legit.
Wow, that's nice, dude.
This, which way?
Yeah, he's got his suit on. I feel like so underprepared for this. He's so suited up, and I just have an
type my
Evolve
own
t-shirt.
Like, you gotta look legit, gotta look the part. Although see, I'd rather be wearing your t-shirt than my suit, dude. It's gonna get 1,000,000 degrees in this room later on today, and
That's true.
I'm gonna be sweating bullets in here. You're nice and cool in that t-shirt. Killer Rush, am I wearing pants? I am indeed wearing pants. In fact, I am wearing the appropriate pants.
Really be sweet. I'm checking the audio.
Right here, let me see if I can find it.
I need to turn you up just a little bit.
I'm looking good, man. I got so many ties. I have ties like just sitting around on my desk, just chilling. Like I'm ready to go whenever I'm casting. I got things to wear. Give me a moment. I am also tweeting out the stream and whatnot, all that stuff. Smoke coming in with the first tweet of Legends of Evolve. That suit is on point. Craigasm, dude. Man, I'm proud of myself because I did this all myself. Like I went in my closet. I was like, man, I gotta look sharp. Went in there. It's like, yeah. It's like fancy.
He's not wearing pants.
I was gonna wear swim shorts and then casually get up during one bracket to get a bottle of water and see if anyone noticed.
Yeah, as soon as they are ready to go, we will hop in, guys. If you're just tuning in, the tournament is today, guys. It's going to be exciting, pretty exciting stuff. We have a lot of pro teams, well, half pro teams, and then we have some no-name teams that we threw together on my stream and in the Evolve Saturday group. If you're interested in possible future tournaments, there's a link in the description below. Make sure you guys join that Steam group. That would be the best way for you guys to keep in touch with us. And if any news on a future tournament, if this one goes very well, we could possibly continue to do more in the future. So yeah, would like to include as many people as possible, guys. Oh, your screen is running off just a little bit. Let me adjust that.
Behave yourself, screen.
There we go.
All right, I am done with my social media promotion. You know what? As a side thing, I will be trying to record. I like reading statistics on tournaments and stuff like that. So as a side thing, I have Excel open right here. I'm going to record everyone's picks as far as medic, all their hunters, monsters they play. I'm going to try to record their picks, come out with some percentages for what picks won, what picks lost, because I like looking at that statistic stuff myself. So I'll try to get you guys some of that.
Hello. Can you find out if Pretty and Pink made it? I'm trying to talk to Melissa and see what's going on that end. They said they're having storms. I have not heard anything as of yet. So as soon as we know anything, I will let you know.
Yeah, there's some pretty bad storms going on, particularly Texas in the East Coast. Hell, I was playing with a viewer the other day, and he was like, oh, TV's going off. There's a tornado. And the dude was so dedicated to finishing the round. He kept playing through a tornado. I'm like, dude, there's a tornado coming. He's like, yeah, I got to get in my bathroom under a mattress. And over here in California on the West Coast, we don't have tornadoes at all. We have huge earthquakes. One particular earthquake, early 1900s, I wasn't alive at the time, completely demolished San Francisco. And we're well overdue for another one. So if I ever randomly disappear and you hear about an earthquake in California, you'll know that I'm going full-on Bear Grylls mode, trying to keep myself alive over here, because California's not looking so hot. Earthquake due, drought incoming. Drought already here, actually. Things are not looking so good for us.
Yeah, hopefully people don't get DC due to storms. I know there's some nasty ones going on. Also, a lot of people said they had exams this week. Not sure if they're going to make it. But I know we do have most of the teams locked in. Just hoping everyone can make it. I know we have a few matches going right now behind the scenes. We're just waiting on stage 3, or Salge and the Art of War. As soon as they are ready and we get an invite, we will be casting them. I'm going to send them a message right now as we are setting up here.
My chart's loaded up here. If you guys want to chat with me, I know the chat's going to be rolling pretty quickly. Either tag me in the chat at stealthshampoo or go over to Twitter and tweet at me at stealthshampoo, hashtag LOE, and I will read your tweets between rounds and whatnot. So unfortunately, we're doing a lot of stuff behind the scenes. I'm not going to be as interactive with the chat as I normally can, but if you tweet at me a bunch, my phone will go ham and I'll be able to go over to Twitter and read the highlights of what you guys are sending me. See, I don't wear shoes in the house. I don't. Maybe it's because I'm Asian. That just makes a lot of sense. I don't think it's an Asian thing.
All right,
don't
we're
wear
getting our
shoes in the
first
house.
invite here. I was just setting up, guys.
See some of my regs in the chat. Just like the clothing style contrast is quite hilarious. See, Trick's gonna be the one laughing in about 2 hours when all these lights pointed at my face start making me spontaneously combust.
Alright, so are you the monster player?
No,
Yes.
I'm not playing monster.
Okay, let me get Salge in here.
You don't want me playing monster for your team. That wouldn't even be fair. Alright, I got all my social media promotion out. I have my Excel graph up. I will be recording the picks, wins, and losses because I am a man of science and objective evidence. So when someone says, hey, this character is picked too much, I like to have hard numbers for it. So I'm going to be using this tournament to record, hey, a lot of people are picking Hyde, or a lot of people are picking Kraken, or whatever. And I'm going to have some hard numbers for it. So got my Excel charts open here. I'm going to be recording things behind the scenes. And I don't know where I'll post it. Maybe I'll post it on my Facebook page, post it on my Twitter. Maybe I'll put it on Reddit. I know there's a lot of stuff on Reddit. I find a lot of Evolve information on the Evolve subreddit, r/Evolve game.
Make sure, I believe we're doing the 15-minute time limit. Ooh.
See, I think a lot of people would agree. Wearing shoes in the house, no bueno. I mean, you're walking around outside. No one cleans outside. There are like wars going on and litter and there are birds outside. You don't want any of that stuff in your house.
So we're
You
going to
control it
be
somewhere.
on MedLab with Salge.
Alright, we ready to go?
Yep, looks like we're going to be...
No, well, we're missing
sorry.
somebody.
Okay.
One of my teammates is not in here. His name is AJ.
Okay, yeah. As soon as he's ready, we'll be good to go.
Hey, we're getting reports of... Now, Keeler is the audio tech in my chat, so he would know. Turn my audio up or turn yours down.
Okay.
No one else noticed except Keeler, it seems. And he's
Alright, wait, we're good
he
to
knows a
go.
thing or two about
Mic
audio.
test 1 2. Mic
Alright,
test 1 2.
and picks are remaining as
Mic
they were.
check, mic check.
Yep,
mic check,
yep.
Mic
Let's
check.
do it.
Mic check.
Okay, I turned myself down a
Best of
little
luck,
bit.
lads.
Alright, here we go.
You too.
All right, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. What's our matchup right here? Salge versus
The Art of War.
Art of War. That's what TAW stands for. Ladies and gents, we're hopping into the first match right here.
On
Thank you guys
MedLab.
for dropping by.
Yep.
Yep, on MedLab. Let me go through the rules because we didn't do that. I'll just go through the highlights of the rules. Picks are as follows. We are doing Trapper first, then Medic, then Monster, then Assault, then Support. In other leagues, I think we all agree that Trapper needs to be picked first. If you pick Trapper after the Monster, you can get a hard counter and really give the Monster a hard time if you pick the Trapper after the Monster is picked. So the Trapper, I find in every league, is picked first. Now pick second, that always differs. Sometimes it's pick anyone, or in this case it's pick the Medic, then pick Monster, Assault, and Support. So what's our loadout here? Looks like we're seeing the typical Kyra and Hank combination alongside the Art of War's Kraken, and we got Maggie Markov on deck. Other rules here, let's see, of course we're going Hunt, fair weather, balanced, normal wildlife, 15-minute rounds, 2 strikes, perks on, mastery off, wildlife off. And the maps you will see today: Distillery, Fusion Plant, Med Lab, which is what we're playing right now, Orbital Drill, the Dam, Weather Control, and Refueling Tower.
And for tiebreakers, Distillery. That's if we get that far, guys. It's first to 3, or technically best out of 5. And here we go. Can you see it real good?
Yep.
All right, we got the Art of Wars, Karmataris playing the Crack-a-lackin'. We got Salge, Tharmac taking over for the Markov. Salge, Akath taking over for Kyra. Practical One as Hank, and Beige as Maggie, and everybody's favorite, Daisy as Daisy. And here we go, dropping in on MedLab.
Predictions for this match: Daisy is absolutely going to win it for them. She's going to pick up Markov's lightning gun. I hear in an upcoming patch, Daisy is going to be able to take guns off of downed hunters instead of reviving them and just take over their class role. I'm not sure if we have any devs in the chat who can confirm. That would be excellent. Anyway, he's already got birds on him. Looks like they're going in to steal some of his snacks. And
he's going to double back. Yeah, that mine.
Did you just go right through a mine right there?
Yeah, right through a mine, over the sloth. Looks like he's going to go towards the west side of the map. Going to go possibly get the evolve off over there. The tunnel on the other side of the map is always an ideal spot. You always evolve there. That way you don't have to worry about the orbital coming out from the Hank player. We'll see if he can get enough evolve energy off for this.
It looks like there was a trap jaw back there preventing him from eating. I saw some glaciopod nutrients sitting on the floor over there that would have been greatly helpful. Anyway, it looks like he's getting into engagement right here. Are they going to hold the dome?
I think they're going to hold the dome, yeah.
Yeah, they 100% chance could have domed that. That is not a missed dome by the Trapper. They are waiting for him to evolve and just chasing around the map. So if you're not aware of the holding the dome strategy, it is basically the Trapper will not dome the monster at stage 1. If you've ever fought a monster at stage 1, typically not gonna want to play around. It is very, very hard to outdamage Hank and Kyra.
Okay, sorry guys. It is Bay J. I mispronounced his name. I apologize about that. Shielding coming out. If they can get his armor down here, they could go ahead and dome him at stage 1. But I don't think they're going to go for it. I think they're just going to wait for the evolve. They want to punish him with that new meta that every team likes to run.
Now, anyway, what they're waiting to do is wait for him to stage wherever he may stage. And he has to pick somewhere with some overhead cover. He's got to pick somewhere with some overhead cover so that Hank doesn't drop an orbital directly on his forehead. Now, the reason you're not doming at stage 1 is because it's very hard to tear through the armor.
Dome just came out.
There it goes. They decided to dome because he is already down to 3 bars of armor right here. Are they going to get some health damage? Looks like he's going in on Daisy, the Markov.
Focus is at Daisy. Obviously, he doesn't like Daisy the Trapjaw. Not his favorite hunter or animal to play against. Looks like he's going to go try and get in that tree line. He's trying to avoid damage here. He's taking permanent health damage. The focus coming out, though, he's not really doing much damage except the Daisy. They're not even having to shield very much. They're just applying that pressure. Vortex going out.
Lightning Vortex?
Yeah.
I'm not too sure about this particular setup. If I'm ever taking Lightning, I'm putting 3 points in there. I'm not sure if he has 2 points in Vortex or 2 points in Lightning. It is a good choice, though, to take 2 abilities at stage 1 rather than 3, because at that point, you're just doing 0 damage. Alright, looks like he's already lost half his health. Great forward progress on the Hunters. The downside is now the dome is on cooldown, so if you can put enough distance using those Vortex between him and the Hunter squad, he can go over to the west side of the map, somewhere in the caves or the airplane, and get an evolve without getting attacked again. So they did a very good number on him right there. Churned down his armor a little bit before they decided to drop the dome. And that's how they got all that forward progress. The Kraken getting no progress in that previous fight. No down penalties, not even on Daisy. The Hank-Kyra combo is just too hard to beat. It is so hard to outdamage Hank and Kyra. The weak link, I always say, though, in this group is Hank. Hank cannot shield himself while everyone else has shields and heals.
He's going to go for the cave evolve here. Let's see if Bay J can get in there and get that dome. Is it going to be off of cooldown? It looks like he's going and pulling it out. Is he going to get the dome here? This is crucial. If they can get it, he'll have absolutely... Oh, and the orbital comes out from Hank.
Oh, he did not
Oh, my God.
The whole point of evolving right there is to stop the orbital from landing on your head and still landing on his head.
Going 3 in Lightning Strike, 3 in Vortex, it looks like. I don't know if it's going to be enough at this point. Can he survive this arena? He's already below 75% of his health lost.
And he is not looking good. He's got to drop the Trapper here by some miracle and escape the dome, grab some armor, and at this point, he might even be looking to hit stage 3, because stage 2, with that low health, inside of a fresh dome, they still got well over 30 seconds in this dome.
We'll do some audio adjustments as soon as this match is over, guys. I'll turn the game volume down and try to turn stealth up a little bit more.
We got the pounce on Maggie. She's at about half health right now. And it looks like Kyra managed to get a heal burst on her and left her alive. Unfortunately, he was not able to drop the
His
dome.
health is just slowly fading. Karma needs to get out of here. Waiting for that dome to drop. Here comes another orbital. Oh my God, he just takes
the escape. Hank thought he was going to escape through that direction, but he decided to drop the orbital. Even though the entire orbital didn't hit, he did have to run past the assault and take even more health damage. It is not looking good for him at all. He's got about 3% health left. He's got to keep that assault away.
A mammoth bird. He needs to be careful now. Even a Reaver could possibly take him out at this point. Can he get away?
Plant even. Oh man, that would be absolutely humiliating.
All right, got him some armor. He might be able to claw his way barely if he can get to stage 3. They know where he is. Here comes that Vortex, knocking the assault back a little bit. He's going to run right into BayJ.
And it looks like he is able to get just enough armor to slip by them so they can't do any more health damage. He's going to need to get full armor and hit stage 3, because if he fights them again, all he has to rely on is that armor. His health bar is a sliver on the screen right now. Absolutely necessary at this point of the game for him to hit stage 3, or this is going to look like a Hunter way to start things off here. I personally, right here, he's eating a Blitz Leopard. I personally don't like to attack these Blitz Leopards unless I am super desperate for food. I like to leave Blitz Leopards, Venom Hounds, sometimes even Mammoth Birds around the map to screw with the Hunter squad. That'll slow them down, hopefully just enough for you to get that dome dodge if you ever need it.
I completely agree. He's only halfway on his, or not even halfway on the evolve meter right now. If he gets another dome on him, I don't know if he's going to be able to avoid enough damage. He's trying to juke the Trapper right now. BayJ is in a good spot. He can trap him here. He's going to go for it, tossing it out.
And unless he's got
connects
some
right on his head.
Skills,
oh my God!
Not dodging that, and that is it. He either has to fly around this dome and not engage at all.
Oh, the orbital! The orbital!
Oh, took a little bit of a scratch right there. That's about 1/3 of his armor gone.
Nice
already.
lightning strike though. That was a double lightning strike, doing a lot of damage. He doesn't have any strikes on this team yet. He needs to make something happen. If he can get the Trapper down here, he could possibly get away and get that stage 3 evolve off. Nice, he gets
nice, excellent down right there on the assault. I didn't see a personal shield there, did you?
Yeah, no, I didn't see a personal shield. I think he just was holding on to it. Didn't think it would down him, but it did. They're going to be able to get the assault back up. He's running out of armor. He's running out of options. He's going to be able to get possibly another strike on the Hank player, though. And Hank goes down.
And it looks like he is actually surprisingly getting down penalties. Maybe the Hunter squad got a little too confident and decided to let their guard down for just a moment. This just comes to show you, you are never out of the game until you are dead. And it looks like he's going to leave the dome with the advantage of that engagement. He has down penalties on the assault and support.
Yep.
And he held on there. If they would have just broken his armor and put a single bullet into him from Maggie's machine pistol, that would have been game right there. He managed to escape that dome, not just by the skin of his teeth, but also with some down penalties. So
are we about to witness the comeback? Is this going to happen? Is he going to get to stage 3, get some armor, and possibly finish this team?
This is only the first game. If there's a clutch this hard in the first game, imagine what is up for the rest of the tournament, ladies and gents. Unfortunately, they are hot on his tail. They got Daisy right behind him. He just alerted birds. Everyone is going guns, guns, guns. They just want to break his armor and take him out. He is almost to the stage. Looks like he needs maybe 1 or 2 more pieces of meat.
He got it.
And he is good to go. He needs to pick somewhere safe to evolve this time. Last time, caves, great spot. But
I honestly feel he needs to juke an arena. He really needs to juke an arena right now. If he can get the dome out and miss it, he will get a good evolve off. The punish won't come out, and he can armor up. He's going for the Hank now.
Is he going to manage to take down
Oh!
Hank here? Hank is down. That's 2 down penalties, but he did not manage to dome dodge right here. Kyra's already got Hank up. If he eliminates Hank, that greatly will reduce their DPS.
Here comes that lightning.
No more shielding.
Oh, and Hank is out of the
Hank's
picture
out of
for
the
2 minutes.
Ooh, I'm not sure how this is looking for the Kraken, though. He does not have very much armor, even though he completely eliminated the support, which generally the first person going down, like I said earlier, he is the weak link. He cannot shield himself. Everyone else can be shielded and healed. The assault shielded twice. And at this point, I'd be looking to down the Trapper and leave because he cannot take too much more punishment or just dodge around. He is not coming out of this fight.
Oh, he's getting some more meal. He's getting some more food right there. That's what he needs. He needs to find those free snacks behind pillars. Oh, might get another strike here. No, the shield comes out, saving the assault player. This match is so close right now. The arena's coming down. If he can get away, again, he's ready to evolve. He's going to get a lot of health from this, and possibly some armor if he can just get away. Run. He needs to run,
He's
Karma.
gone. Now he does not have to worry about Hank orbitals, actually. He can evolve out in the open if he really needs to. Not totally advantageous to do so, but he doesn't have to worry about a Hank orbital being dropped in his head for about another minute. And it looks like he manages to escape right here. Ladies and gents, this just comes to show you, you're not out of evolve until you're out of evolve. Unless your entire team is dead or you as the monster hit 0 health, you are still in the game. He managed to hold on to 2 dome fights, take down penalties in his favor, and still managed to come out with 0 health. Two dome fights. This guy's got about 1% health left. It's not looking too good for him.
Here comes the
unless he
evolve.
gets the stage. And see, he has no overhead cover right here, but he doesn't really have to worry about that. All he has to do is worry about Markov rolling up on him. The dome is not ready. That dome came down at about 1 minute on the dropship. The dropship's got about 10 seconds left on it, so that dome is just barely going to get ready as he escapes.
And he's going Aftershock. He's going Aftershock.
See, that's a very aggressive set. Aftershock requires you to get up close and personal with the hunters. And did he get out of the dome right
No,
there?
he did it. He's stuck.
If he would have got out of that, that could have turned the game in his favor. Now, here's the thing with Aftershock. That makes him extremely aggressive. Aftershock is the second highest damage ability.
He's going to go for the con. He's trying to get that medic out of the picture.
Banshees, though, if he would have gone Banshees, those would have been useless. Banshees versus Markov is...
Ooh, and he gets a strike on Kyra.
He's got to get out of there. Before Hank drops in, he needs to drop the Trapper. The Trapper has no shields whatsoever and no heals with the medic down on the ground. If he manages to drop the Trapper here, that would be huge.
And here it comes. He's trying to stay in, but the Aftershock's not going to be enough. And the Art of... Oh, my goodness. The Art of War taking that.
Yo, major respect to that Kraken right there. He was clawing for that win. You can tell he did not give up.
GG.
Art of War taking the death right there. I don't know, man. I feel like if he could have got that evolve in some armor, Salge.
Yep, GG.
GG, guys. Remember to pick Medic and then Trapper, then Monster. We're trying to do that in between rounds. I don't know if Dark alerted you ahead of time.
Yeah. We
Check
can
out
do that in the
right
chat.
here on the ending screen. You can see the Kraken almost hardlining here at the end and just holding on to dear life. That was very impressive. Now the thing is with his particular setup is at stage 2 he already maxed out Lightning and Vortex. If he would have gone Banshees, those Banshees would have been eliminated immediately by Markov. There is a 0.3 second invulnerability to Banshee Mine, so they can't get a hit. So they can actually, be seen before they're destroyed. But still, Markov with his lightning gun are going to eliminate those Banshee Mines very quickly.
Try to turn you up just 1 second, guys, while we go in between rounds here. We're going to show you guys the... Actually, let's do this screen right here. I'm going to adjust some sound.
Well, he decided to go for Aftershock, not Banshees, like I've been saying on the Stage 3 Evolve. He already had at Stage 2 Max Lightning, Max Vortex. The thing is with Aftershock is it makes you very aggressive. You are on the ground, not dodging around. in the air anymore. And Aftershock's great. Hit them with a heavy, juggle them backwards, drop the Aftershock, but it does make you play more aggressive as the Kraken. Aftershock's probably the most aggressive Kraken ability. And unfortunately,
yeah,
that cost him.
The Art of War took the death there. I mean, the Aftershock, it was too aggressive. He came in trying to dive bomb people. Actually, I feel like he should have focused the Trapper there. If he could have got out of that arena, got some more armor, I think he could have turned it and definitely took the win there.
All right,
Sorry,
so I
guys,
am
forgot about
recording
that.
the wins and losses.
What is
here.
our
in
second
terms
map
of
choice?
hunters, I'm a man of
It
statistical
looks like
evidence.
second map was Fusion Plant, and the Art of War is Hunters,
Yeah,
and
well,
Salge will be Monster,
yep.
so we need to switch out
Yep.
the host, right?
All right.
Gers should have the lobby open. Did he add you?
Yep. As soon as he invites me, I'll invite
Just-
you guys,
yeah.
or we'll join through there.
All right. So I like to read statistics on the Evolve subreddit, you know, who's doing the most damage, who's being picked a lot in competitive matches. So I'm taking it upon myself to record this particular tournament's picks. If you guys are just joining us, we are moving into round 2 of the Legends of Evolve tournament. That last round was Kraken, the Kraken taking 1 loss, and last round's composition was Kyra, Hank, Maggie, Markov. I think we can expect to see a lot of Kyra, Hank today, but a little more variation in Maggie, Markov. They did make a few changes to Torvald, and I know Torvald's been really prominent in competitive play. And with some changes to Torvald over the last patch, we may be seeing more Hyde, more Markov, or maybe Torvald will continue to make an appearance. We'll see. Ladies and gentlemen, if you would like to get your tweets answered on stream, I'm going to go through my tweets right now. At stealthshampoo on Twitter is where you want to send them. I'm not replying to the chat as the matches go on because I want to stay focused on the action. But in between rounds, when we're just chilling,
Yeah,
I will be replying to your tweets.
looks
At
like
stealthshampoo.
Salge, Gerzilla is going to be playing Monster for them. We are going to be on Fusion Plant, and the Art of War will be taking over for Hunters. We should be doing the Hunter picks in just a second, guys. Again, there is no Hunter bans, so every Hunter is open to play. We're playing with no Hunter bans. I kind of, in my opinion, don't like Hunter bans when I watch other tournaments, but that's just my personal preference. Other people might have different opinions on that, but I think all Hunters should be allowed to participate. They all have their strengths and weaknesses.
Shout out to Tattletale, by the way. He's just he's staring at my suit. He just tweeted that at me. One of my fellow bros. I appreciate that, man. Hashtag LOE at stealthshampoo. I'll be reading your tweets in between rounds, but here we go. On the next round, it looks like
We're waiting on
the
one more.
Art of War.
Yep.
The Art of War is on the Hunter side.
Yep.
And we have the Salge monster coming out next, ladies and gentlemen. Stay tuned.
A lot of
Thanks,
contrast.
Trumpa.
Well, I feel like we balance each other out a little bit. I have no hair, and he has the hair. He has a deeper, more professional voice. I have the higher pitched, more get excited when certain things are happening voice.
Get excited.
I feel like it's a little balanced, or we balance each other out.
See, I didn't tell him what to wear beforehand. He didn't tell me what to wear. Like, we just put stuff on our own. I seriously just went into my closet and was like, yep, this looks good. Put it on. And now we're here. Now, here's the thing. I would rather be wearing what Trick's wearing because I have a lot of lamps off screen lighting my face. And it's going to be 200 degrees in this room in about 2 hours. And I'm going to be sweating bullets. So at some point, I'm just going to be like, oh. And he's chilling over there in his T-shirt. Just whatever. So we'll see who's laughing in 2 hours. It's probably going to be him.
Yeah, probably. But I do like the suit, dude. I am a little jelly of the suit. You definitely came prepared. I look like, just a regular bum off the street, and you're over here in a suit. Very nice suit, man. I do like it.
They're here for the gameplay, not for our faces.
That's true.
So we don't have to worry about it.
Are we waiting on? Who are we waiting on?
Meldity, who
Our
they're
Trapper.
but not talking.
Okay.
Ladies and gents, we are waiting on the next match. We got some prizes for this tournament. DB was the broest of bros, as always, and hooked us up with some cool prizes. I'm not sure if we talked about that yet, but 5 art books for first place. I believe those are signed
No
have-
confirmation on signed, but I would hope so. That would be really neat to see a signed book. Yeah.
We got T-shirts, we got cash prizes, we got skins, and we got Evolve coasters. I didn't even know they had Evolve coasters.
I would like to have an Evolve coaster. I think an Evolve coaster would be awesome.
I have a set of Stealth Shampoo coasters right here.
The guy on the
Nice.
right, that is Stealth Shampoo. He is a streamer. He's an awesome guy. Make sure you here, let me do bracket scene real quick. Make sure you guys check him out. There's his Twitter. There's his Twitch. Yeah, let's go ahead and do the hunter's picks and then monster pick. Trapper or medic, then trapper, then monster.
I have a nice set of 5 Stealth Shampoo coasters here. And I never use them because they're too nice.
Trapper's Abe.
Okay, they're going with Abe. All
You
right.
going with Kyra?
Coming up next, ladies and gentlemen, on the monster,
Goliath?
we have Salge, right? Salge is on the monster, and we have the Art of War's Hunter Squad up next.
Go Sonny.
Okay, so we have a Goliath and Kyra, Abe, Sunny. Sounds good. What salt do we have?
And hide.
Hyde. All right, sounds good.
All right, we have Goliath.
Okay.
You can't hear
Ready?
them, right?
No, Sunny. I'm recording
Abe.
the picks. Abe, Kyra. And who's there? Sunny, Abe, Kyra.
And
Is
Hyde.
there Salt Hyde?
Hyde. And we're gonna be on Fusion Plant.
Is this a complete new Hunter Squad? Aside from Kyra, every single character in this upcoming match is different.
Oops.
We have a different Trapper, Abe instead of Maggie. We have Sunny instead of Hank. And we have Hyde instead of Markov. And we have the Goliath instead of Kraken. All that remains is Kyra. Interesting change in play style. As you can tell, both teams taking a very different approach to the game. Coming up, ladies and gents, we are currently on Salge versus the Art of War, Sun Tzu's team.
And Salge taking the first win there on MedLab.
Ladies and gents, we're getting started here. Next map is Fusion Plant. Our picks are already locked in. Now, one thing I wish we could see here in Observer mode is what perks they pick. I personally have my perk set for each of these hunters. On Kyra, I really like capacity. Hyde, I like damage. Abe, all my trappers like movement speed. I personally would like to see what these guys pick in terms of their perks. Sometimes it's hard to tell.
Yeah, DB must be on the road. I haven't seen anything as far as the host goes on that end. I don't know if you've received any Twitter message from him. But here we go, guys. On Fusion Plant, Girthzilla for Salge.
We got Hyde, Kyra, Sunny, and Abe. It looks like he's going right for Sloth Canyon to start things off here. Looks like he decided to take off the bat Leap Smash. Leap Smash is always a good pick for your first Goliath ability because it kind of gives you a little bit of utility and a sort of fourth traversal. If you need a dome dodge, that fourth traversal can be the difference between being domed and having to, you know, free reign to go about the map and eat some more mammoth birds. 6 meats right there. He's looking pretty good on armor. But do the hunters know where he is? Can we bring up the mini-map right here? And
Yep.
see where Abe's at? Looks like Abe is actually the farthest person from him right now.
He's actually
gotta be
going
careful.
towards back of Power Relay. I'm not sure if they think he went this way.
He did leave tracks and some mammoth bird carcasses, so they better be on the lookout for that. Those are some pretty obvious signs of the direction that the Goliath went.
I believe RNG birds will be coming out here very shortly. Just a few more weeks, and there it is,
they
the
are.
RNG birds I was just talking about. They
Now, they
definitely
have
know
made
he's there.
a few changes to this map, which really threw me off. I believe they filled in the airplane cylinder thing over. Ooh, nice. He's gonna chill up.
Oh, no, they
is
know
he
he's
really
there.
gonna try this right now? He's gonna hide in the UFO and see if he can dome dodge.
Task Force has the visual on him, though.
He's pink. He's pink.
Oh, he's going for the YOLO
he's going for
evolve
the
up there.
He's going for the stage up on the UFO. I'm not sure if the Trapper knows. He's directly above him. Yep, dome is up. And
Three in Leaf Smash,
for stage 2 engage.
2 in Fire Breath.
Leaf Smash, Flame Breath, and Charge. Interesting. There have been a few changes to Charge, namely it doesn't knock Hunters back as much anymore in the last patch because they found that it's hard to lead into another attack. And also there have been some Hunter knockback changes. So I've been seeing Charge taken less and less effectively. It's good that we see it here now. You can kind of use it as a sprint to get in or out.
Looks like he's going to try and avoid damage here. Oh, and he might be... Oh, no, that was just a little bit of lag there on our end. Yeah, he's going to try and avoid damage here. I completely agree with this decision. He could go for Trapper, but I don't know if he'd be able to put out the damage with that shield drone in the arena. And the jetpack boost could always come out and save the Trapper. He needs to just keep juking around, hiding behind trees, finding obstacles to prevent bullets from penetrating his hide. Oh, he's going to go for Task Force now. And the dome comes down. Looks like he's going to make a break here. He needs to get across the map and get some armor.
And it looks like that wasn't the worst of fights for the Goliath. He did lose about 70% of his health. Not 70, excuse me, 30. He has 70% of his health left. Managed to get out of there alive. No down penalties on the Hunters, though. So he's got to go out and get a little bit of armor because they still are able to take some pot shots and start tearing through his health once again. Flamethrower, good idea to use for utility to take down Marsh Riders. I found that that's a great ability to use because even if you don't fully kill a Marsh Rider while you're eating another one, another Marsh Rider might burn if you manage to catch it in the flame as you're eating.
Well, they have that tracking dart. That Abe tracking dart lasts 45 seconds. Really good Trapper to use on a map like this on Fusion Plant. And the stasis grenades always slowing the Goliath up, giving him trouble when they do engage. He's going back here behind Power Relay. I don't know if he's going to be able to dodge another arena here. They're making that gap.
He is cornered right now. He is at the edge of the map. Sunny's jetpack boost going in and the dome is up. He does not have full armor, but he does have more than half to work with. He's out. He is out. Man, back in my day, when we only had tier 3 Hunters, we had the dome without jetpack boosts. And the Trapper just missed the jetpack boost dome.
That's
huge.
That is
unfortunate.
That is huge for Girth. He can get across the map now, get some more food in his belly, get that evolution meter building, and maybe even get another safe evolve off. Well, actually, he'll probably have to dodge at least another arena or get domed on the evolution. But it is looking really good for Girth right now. Although he doesn't have any strikes, not that much health loss. I think he still has a really good chance here.
See, if you bring up the minimap right now, that particular chasm is super easy to cross as the monster. Just a few leaps or flying around as the Kraken are enough to get you across, while the Hunters have to use all their jetpacks. So if you want to put some distance on this map between you and the Hunters, jump across that chasm. All their jetpack is gone by the time they get to the other side, which makes it hard for them to continue the push. And I don't believe they have a tracking dart in, so he is able to stealth. And is he going to use some bush wookie tactics to evade right here? Or is he just going to take the few swings here?
I think he's going for the engage. The dome is almost and definitely going to come out here. He's going for task force. He wants to get that support. No, the dome. He dodged the dome.
Misses again.
Wow.
Oh, that is unfortunate. 50-meter radius on that dome. With Abe's tracking dart, it's easy to tell how far you are for the dome. And unfortunately, he was not able to get that up. The shield drone is down, but it's charging.
He can engage at will here. He can back out whenever he needs to. If he feels uncomfortable, he doesn't have to stay. He can just put a strike in and then back out.
The drone is gone. Ooh, got the heal burst on Sunny though. That is a Sunny saving move right there by Kyra.
Sunny goes down. That's the first strike.
And it looks like all the other Hunters are pretty heavily damaged. Well, he is almost out of armor.
Oh my god.
He's got the medic down. That might be game right there. When you have both your defensive players down, medic and support.
They got the revive though. That is huge for the Hunter team. They did get Kyra back up. He's going to make a run for it. He doesn't want to stay around any longer. He realizes the revive went off. Kyra is back in the picture. Anytime the healing keeps coming out, you kind of want to back out when you're out of armor. I agree with this decision that he is using here. Going back into Power Relay, look for some more food. Fill that last 70 or 25% of his evolution meter up, and go for the stage 3.
Now, did you see back there? Abe was on about 15% health, and he did not have a dome ready. Even if he did get that dome ready, I think he would have been able to down Abe. Yes, he would have taken a little bit of health damage, but I think I would have been willing to make that trade to give the Trapper right there a 20% health penalty for a little bit more of my Goliath's health, because Goliath is a little more tanky than Kraken, especially at stage 3. He is a beast, only outmatched by the Behemoth in health. And I personally right there would have focused down the Trapper while the medic was getting her bearings back together. You know, maybe popped some heal nades on the assault and picked her up. I think he might have been able to take down the Trapper.
Well, again, when you're playing in a tournament like this, nerves can get to you, and you always fall back to playing it safe, right? So if the situation looks questionable, or you just want to get more armor to play it safe, again, I think in that situation, from our end, it would be easy to call, let's do this, let's do that, but in the moment, you know, sometimes you make bad calls, and I think that was a good decision on his part. Yeah, he might have got Abe down, but I do agree with the decision he pulled there.
No, the thing about shoutcasting is that hindsight's 2020, and we can pretend like we know it all because we can look back. But if you're in the action, you're in the action. You don't have time to stop, think, or analyze the situation like we do. We're not actively playing, but there goes another down on Kyra. She probably should have analyzed the situation a little bit better, because now she's got 2 down penalties.
And the shield drone is down. That's another 8 seconds before another shield drone comes up. He's going to finish Kyra off here.
I don't know if I would have done this. If you lose your medic, you do not want to fight. And the support's got a down penalty. All they have to protect them is jetpack boosts and hopefully the drone. Yeah, there they go. They're calling off the drone. That was a bad idea.
Support is down. Yeah, it's just up to the assault and trapper at this point. They need to split up. Need to get another drop ship in. Oh no, are they gonna get the revive though? Okay, Sunny's back up, but she has 2 strikes.
At this point, I'm fighting to the death. If I was this Goliath, I'm going all out. I don't care how much health damage I take. I'm taking you guys down. Now, at this point, though, I would stop harassing the Trapper, go over to the assault, burn his personal shield, and then kill the Trapper. And then maybe go back to the assault. Sunny, he's got 2 down penalties. Like, she's dropping like flies. Now, she escapes.
He's out of armor. He's going to play it safe. I think he's just trying to be as safe as possible. Yeah, he could have turned and finished them right there. Again, Sunny has 2 strikes. Yeah, he could have finished her. I think he's going to get more armor, evolve, and go for the more safe. Oh, he's going to go back on top of the UFO here. He's going to be able to get that evolved without a dome. I would not dome here. If they dome him, yeah, they're running away. Yeah, I definitely would not dome that.
And it looks like we got a stage 3 right here. He's got 66% of his maximum health. Kyra's still out of the game. Now, the way I was assessing the situation, no rock throw, interesting. The way I was assessing the situation was, can the assault kill me without, before me downing everything? Right, Sunny's got 2 down penalties, Abe's got 1, Assault's got full health. Can the Assault take half health now? 66% health, Goliath down. I didn't think so. The only thing you had to worry about was Sunny escaping.
Plus, you got to account for personal shield. You got that personal shield you have to worry about as well.
Burn the shield. That thing lasts 10 seconds. It's got a cooldown of 30. So aggro the assault, expect him to pop the shield, and then bail out. So this is an interesting set he's chosen. 3 leap smash, 3 flamethrower, 3 charge. He's forgoing rock, which is pretty interesting. Rock is a very versatile ability.
Yeah, you typically don't see charge maxed out like that, but it's interesting to see.
We'll see what he can manage to do here. Charge is a great ability for getting in and out of combat, and Kyra is not quite in the map yet. There's the dropship. She'll be dropping in just a few seconds. It looks like they're opting for the platform strategy. See, this is kind of why I wanted to kill them earlier, because these relay fights go down to one of 2 things. Down in that river if it's a Kraken, or it's anything else up here on this platform. And this platform is so annoying to knock people off.
Yeah, I agree. Plus, shield drone placement on those little pillars are really annoying to deal with.
Yeah, you got those side buildings right there, and if the Trapper domes properly, you can actually dome so that no one falls into death. The dome will have a wall right there. Nice.
Kyra's out again immediately.
He was on the floor for 20 seconds, and then back to the dropship. Looking so hot for these guys.
Oh.
This is definitely the safe option right here. Like, he wasn't going to lose because he went in stage 3.
I think that is all she wrote for the Art of War here. Looks like Salge.
I don't agree with this call.
Yeah, definitely going to take another victory here.
Here's the thing. You do not dome if you've lost your medic and support unless you think you can kill the monster. And if you really wanted to, you could knock someone back off the death pit, especially since he went leap smash and charge. Ooh, he gets them both with one flamethrower. That particular dome had the death pit caught in it. So if you really wanted to, if someone was harassing him too much, right, get a leap smash or charge, knock them back into the death pit. That's it for that hunter until they use all their jetpack to get back up top. All right, looks like we are taking the first monster win of the tournament right here on Salge's Goliath. Man, unfortunately, it was the trapper that round. Missed a few key domes, missed 2 key domes, and then the 2 domes after that were domes you did not want to land because your medic was not in a condition to fight. All right, ladies and gents, that is 2
for
Salge. Of Salge.
And it looks like the next match here will be on weather control. Yeah, it looks like weather control will be our next match.
See, what would a Sun Tzu say right there? You don't actually have to have. I'm gonna totally mess this up. My Chinese. What is
Are
it?
we switching
Philosophy
to the Art of Wars host now?
Did you say Sun Tzu is a philosopher?
Yeah, I think so.
Or a
All right.
I guess
As soon as I get that invite, we'll get that going.
See, I would make the argument that Sun Tzu is a philosopher. Not sort of a military, not completely a military presence, right? But there are some things you can take from his teachings and apply to real life.
There we go. Getting the invite there from Karmataris.
I don't know enough about Sun Tzu to talk. I'm just...
We'll see if they go Kraken again. Are they going to change it up and try a different monster for the Art of War?
Let's bring that Wraith in here.
See some Wraith play?
Three abduct, 3
Make sure you
warp
guys
blast.
do the medic trapper picks in this lobby
We
here.
already picked. We already picked.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I missed.
We're good
Sorry.
to go.
Already?
Give me a moment here to record
Yep.
our wins and losses.
Good luck,
Good luck.
guys. Good luck. Have fun, man.
So we got 1 win on the Goliath. And we got a loss on Sunny, Abe, Hyde, and Kyra, I believe. That looks good. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're getting to the next match right here. I'm going to go ahead and
weather
check
control.
my tweets. Now, if you guys are tweeting at me, at stealthshampoo, #LOE, I'll try to respond to them in between rounds. Spring asks, how are the survival odds in the bottom left calculated? I do not have that complete algorithm, ladies and gentlemen. I am not entirely certain, but a few things that are taken into account. I don't know how much they're taken into account. Monster health, monster armor, number of hunters alive, stuff like that. As far as how it is exactly calculated, I can't tell you. Yeah. X representing the hunter's health, Y representing their down penalties, Z representing monster health, and you divide by 2, multiply by pi. I have no idea. I can't say exactly. But oh, whoa, hold on. I was kidding
gonna bring
about the
the
Wraith thing. I was kidding.
Are we going to see some decoy warp blast? Or are we going to see some abduction warp blast? What's going to happen here?
Oh, I want to see full on stage 2 Warp Blast Abduct. That's my new favorite Wraith set since they've changed up Supernova so much. I used to use Supernova pre-patch Wraith for all my damage. Now Abduction Warp Blast.
Looks like we're going to have
nothing's more satisfying than abducting a hunter into a mammoth bird.
pretty standard pick against a Wraith here with the Hyde, the Mags, the Hank, the Kyra. We'll see how this goes. It's going to be pretty rough for the Wraith, especially if he gets caught out stage 1 or during the stage 2 evolve. If they put a lot of punish on him or he gets an orbital off on this Wraith, it's going to be detrimental. But here we go, guys. On weather control, we have Karmataris for the Art of War taking over as the Wraith. We have Tharmek taking over for Hyde. Akath taking over for Kyra. Practical One on Hank. And Bay J, hopefully I said it right that time. I apologize earlier. And Daisy playing Daisy.
I want to be playing Daisy, but I wasn't allowed to compete. Apparently, I'm too OP of a Daisy player. All right, going in for the Mammoth Bird. Good thing you got the sneak pounce on there, because those Mammoth Birds will tear your armor. Trying to eat him right off the bat. And Wraith only needs 6 bars of armor, so he's going to have full armor very, very quickly. We're here on weather control. Voodoo Wraith on board, ladies and gentlemen. Now, I haven't seen any of his abilities yet. I wonder what he picked.
Now, the Art of War has to win this match if they want to stay in it. It's first of 3, or technically best out of 5. If they can win this, they'll get another round, another shot with their hunters to stay in this game.
The current score is 2-0 in favor of Salge, who is currently playing the Hunter squad right now. Looks like he did opt in for Decoy. And don't want to be too close to that sloth. Wildlife is especially dangerous to the Wraith, being super squishy yet super mobile. The Wraith, more of a poking character than anything. Going with those Warp Blasts, take out a single hunter with the Abduct. Really mess up their team's positioning. And with Decoy, he can reposition himself.
I don't know if I would dome
missing
here. Yeah, I definitely wouldn't dome here, especially if you're holding the dome for stage 2. That area, the monster can go up and down on those levels, take that advantage and avoid damage for the whole arena.
Yeah, that was not a good area to dome, so it's a good thing they held it there. That is not a trapper dome miss. That's just the trapper waiting for the right opportunity. It looks like he is going to go in and aggro on the trapper. Oh, looks like Hank right there, taking a little bit of damage, but that's going to be very quickly healed off. Kyra is on point. Now, I wonder where he's going to evolve. The caves is a great area. Hank has a hard time hitting any orbitals in those caves. The beach is pretty open, so if he goes down there, they're going to be able to dome him right off the bat. I would either rotate somewhere to the north part of the map or go east into the caves. I'm not even sure. He is not ready for the stage. He needs, what, about 3 meets still?
Yep. I would say 3, yeah.
So that's a single mammoth bird, a few venom hounds if you want. There are some blitz leopards on this map. I know that the hunter squad is pretty close behind him. What I would do is try to run him past the blitz leopards. That might slow him down a little bit. Run him past a sloth, run him past a tyrant, just something to slow them down. But right now he's cornered. This is a dead corner in the map. If they wanted a dome here, they totally could. It looks like they're waiting.
He just burnt all of his traversal. He's trying to get them to throw the dome. He doesn't want them to wait until stage 2.
Yeah, he is clearly trying to bait the dome right here, but they're not going to take it. Ooh, are they going to get some health damage here? That's almost half his armor gone already.
Shielding coming out. Yeah, I agree with the focus change to Hank. You want to get rid of those shields. He's running out of armor. They might throw the dome here. He's trying to bait it, saving the traversal. Here it comes out. Is he going to get out? No, he doesn't.
He's in, and he was on fire right there. I don't know if that was Hyde or Kyra's doing, but they did get the beat on him, and they know he's back in his cage. He's dashing out. At this point, he's probably just going to dash around and try to eat food. The hunters aren't looking too low health. Hyde the lowest health, but he does have a personal shield available. He's probably just going to dash around and try to eat food. Decoy is going out. Looks like he chose Decoy and Warp Blast. If I had to take a guess, 2 Warp Blast, 1 Decoy?
Yeah,
Although
I think so. That decoy's not lasting long enough for 2. I could be wrong.
Oh, I'm not timing it. I don't have a timer yet.
Oh, and the Warp Blast hitting Hank there, but it's not enough. I feel like that might be just 1 in Warp Blast, actually.
It doesn't look like he's using the Warp Blast to take a kill. He's just using it for the knockback, and he's using Decoy. He hasn't taken a lot of health damage.
He's
so
doing really good.
Pretty good for him.
At avoiding, yeah.
He gave up a little bit of health, but it looks like he's going to have no threat of a dome on this stage. So that was actually a good engagement for him. Even though he didn't get any down penalties, lost a little health, he can evolve to stage 2 safely if he does it within the next minute. Yeah, he's dashing over the caves. He does not want an orbital on his head. They know exactly where he's going to evolve, but they're not going to be able to dome him. And with the Wraith needing so little food to get to full armor, he might even be able to drop some food to armor up and be full armor for a stage 2 fight. This will be especially advantageous for the Art of War monster if he fights near a tyrant. Fight near a tyrant, get full armor, stage 2, catch them off guard, and it looks like he can pick up a few down penalties here. That's how, at this point in the game, I would play the Wraith.
Here comes the evolve. Is BayJ going to get in there and get the dome and able to punish him before he can armor up? They're 20 meters away. He's right around the wall. I know they see him. They have to.
They got the stink they sitting right on him. Now they're starting to tear in.
And I like how he held that dome right to the last possible second, getting even more time for the arena. 3 in Warp Blast, 1 in an abduction, 2 in decoy, and he's already down to half health. This is looking really bad for the Wraith.
See, his whole strategy was relying on him not getting domed out of the evolve. He just got domed out of the evolve, so it's not looking too hot. I don't necessarily agree with this setup either as a monster player. 3 Warp Blast, 2 decoy, 1 abduction. I'm not entirely sure about that.
The Tyrant, maybe it'll come in and help them out.
Ooh, the Tyrant did wander into the dome, so that's pretty great, but he's looking less than half health at this point. It is not looking too hot for him. He's got to play a little more defensive. And I don't think he has any food laying about to go eat.
Yeah, he needs that dome to come down. He needs to get out of this.
That hide nade was really what caused a lot of damage. He sat in that entire stink grenade while he was evolving, which really tore through him, tied up with his flamethrower. He's coming out of here with about, I'd say, 25% health left. And no armor. At this point, he might be looking to get the stage 3. He might just want to survive until then.
He's going to be able to armor up. You know, I'm an underdog rooter. I would love to see Karma get across the map, get the evolve off, and come back in this and stand a chance. He really needs to change the build up for stage 3. He needs to finish off, maybe even, I don't know, go for it, get that abduction filled out as well.
Absolutely. I predict he's not going to go supernova at all. He's probably going to go 3 decoy, 3 abduction, 3 warp blast. That's what I personally go on stage 3. I don't really like supernova anymore. They did reduce its duration by 50%, which is pretty huge. I much would rather have the decoy for utility purposes. Decoy, eat some food inside the dome, then go back in for the abduction when they don't know my positioning. That'll really throw off the hunter setup.
And I think Dome's going to be up here really soon. They're going to be in position to dome him. If he goes for the evolve, he's not even ready for it. I think they're just going to dome him here and be able to finish him stage 2. Not looking good for Karma. He really needs to get out of there. Head towards the beach, maybe possibly sneak around. I don't know if that's going to work, though. They do have a Daisy on the team.
See, like I've been saying, you're not out until your entire team is dead or you as the monster have 0 health. And I don't think that's a down penalty. I think he's just... Is he trapped in a plant right there? He might
Yeah,
not
he was
have
in a
known
plant.
Got trapped in a plant. That was a very lucky warp blast.
Okay, yeah,
right
I think
there
he's
into a
trying
plant.
to bait the dome there, but they didn't throw it.
If he does get caught, he should try to get caught somewhere with a sloth or some sort of wildlife to help him out.
Yeah, an
There are plenty
Armadon.
of times
Yep,
to choose from.
I agree. Go back in the caves, possibly get that Tyrant to help you in the waters down there if they haven't killed it already. I don't think they have.
He's got some blitzies nearby. He's got some venom hounds. Going into the caves, there's quite a bit of wildlife he can choose from, but he's not halfway to his stage yet. He's going to need a little more energy here. About 55% before he is ready to stage.
He's just looking for food at this point. I don't think there's much down here in the caves right now. He ate a lot while he was down here earlier.
Ooh, he might not want to get cornered down here, especially below deck right here. If that Tyrant to the side who helped him earlier is gone, that is not going to be good for this Wraith. And it looks like they might drop the dome right here. I doubt they're going to hold the dome for stage 3, especially with how low health he is and how low armor the Wraith has. You can tear through it fairly quickly if your assault is on point and in the Wraith's face. Hyde was a great counter Wraith pick. He can keep that flamethrower up and reveal the Wraith through his decoy, and the DOT will continue to damage it.
And
so
he's
that
got the arena out. And there it goes.
dome is live. Now, good news for the Wraith is he does have full armor, but he's only got about 30% of it gone. 50. He's got to down someone. Now, he does have good damage on the Hunters. If he can focus someone down right now, he might be looking pretty good. Unfortunately, did not catch Hank in that Warp Blast. That might be a byproduct of the Warp Blast.
Oh, yeah, definitely don't go over there. That orbital would have definitely finished him off. He needs to go in the caves and hide. He's out of armor. He's taking permanent health loss. Oh, run for it. Get out of there. That's cut off. Don't go that way.
There is no loot here. This is a great dome for the Hunter Squad.
Yeah, here we go. Into that cave system. Hide. Wait this out. Try to get away.
See, Abduct is not going to be doing a lot of damage. In fact, at this point, it's mainly just for breaking Hunter's positioning because he only has 1 point in it. And right here, see, Hank's not going to take a lot of damage. Kyra can out-heal that. I mean, it's better than nothing, but he didn't quite out-position Hank. Hank was just moved 5 feet forward, if anything. But it looks like he might be able to escape this dome. Unless they get some pot shots on him. That minigun could be the game-ending. Oh, got the laser cutter on him. Can he climb the wall and get away before they tear through his little bit of armor? Yep. No down penalties, though.
I would not eat right here. I don't know if I would eat right here. I would keep moving. We'll see if it works out for him. Yeah, he's able to get away.
He was around a cliff. Yeah, they had to jetpack up that little cliff right there, so he was fine. I think most of his body was concealed behind that giant rock. So he's back to half armor. He doesn't have to worry about getting scratched to death right now, as I like to call it. But he does have to worry about getting domed to death. Luckily, he is almost ready for a stage. He just left the caves, so he has to pick somewhere else.
I would go beach. Maybe he'll go beach or the caves over here on the west side of the map. We'll see if he chooses to do that. This is a decent spot to... yeah, because if they arena you there, you got 2 levels to go up and down on.
Yeah, but Hank, he has to pick somewhere good to evolve. Because if he evolves and Hank calls Doug in for that orbital and Doug drops that orbital right on the Wraith's head, that's game.
Yeah.
It's going to tear through the rest of his health. And unfortunately, the timer is also ticking down. And I think he chose the bridge right here as overhead cover. That's not good. Hank can still drop the orbital. The orbital spreads out as it lands.
No.
So he can still get hit by this.
And he's taking massive amounts of damage here.
No
I think this is it.
They just stopped in for He's not dead until he's dead, but it's not looking too hot. This is the exact set that I would have chosen. 3 Warp Blast, 3 Abduction, 3 Decoy, but the set wasn't even enough to take it.
And that's going to be it. Salge takes the win. 3 wins in a row.
And that's Art of War eliminated from the tournament, isn't it?
Yep. Correct.
All right, let me update my scoring here.
Good game, guys. We'll get you in with Dark to do the next map ban picks for the next round, guys. Salge, good game, the Art of War. Thanks for coming in for the tournament, man. Really do appreciate it.
Yeah, Rob.
All right, updating my brackets here.
All right, I think we have Stage 3 versus Survivors of Sheer next, it looks like. So I am assuming Stage 3 took out Cupcake Heroes. And then we have Salge moving on.
Wow. Unfortunately for that Wraith, that was just... It was all downhill when he was domed with no armor at Stage 2. He was domed at Stage 1 with full armor, which was great. I know he was baiting that dome, and he wanted that dome to come down so he could evolve safely to Stage 2, but he didn't get far away enough to evolve to Stage 2. The Maggie player was just on him the whole time, and since that second dome, it was all downhill, and unfortunately, it couldn't come back. So, ladies and gentlemen, just an update. That is Art of War eliminated from the tournament. Salge moves on. Up next, who do we have again?
I believe we're going to get Stage 3, and Survivors of Sheer Dark is going over the map ban picks as we speak, I believe. And look at this graph, and Dome Dodger should be in a match, or we should be hearing from them shortly to see what happened on their end.
All right, ladies and gents, the first rounds of the tournament are over. We're moving in to the semifinals. Is that it?
Well, we still have 4 teams to go through after this.
Yeah,
so
but this is the...
Yeah, you have 2 matches.
Semi-finals.
Yeah, semi.
All right. Well, hopefully the Art of War can go back and read up on some more Sun Tzu.
Yeah, I
hopefully
haven't.
reevaluate their strategy. I wonder if reading Sun Tzu would make me better at Evolve. I don't know. Definitely make you a better chess player.
But yeah, we'll like I said, guys, we staggered that first match to kind of allow time for other matches to be going on in the background. We have Evolve Saturday referees watching matches, informing me who's winning, and then going through the map ban picks, and we'll try to keep this moving as efficiently as possible. Again, please bear with us, guys. This is the first time for me. I don't know about Stealth, but for me, it's my first time ever doing something like this, and I do appreciate all the support and comments. Thank you so much.
No, man, I'm just making it up as I go along. I have no idea what I'm talking about. I don't even play Evolve. He just picked me up off the street. Okay. He's like, "Yo, that guy is well dressed."
He was wearing a suit on the street, so I picked him up.
I'm just saying names like Maggie, Hyde. I literally know nothing about Evolve. So, yeah, you know. We are moving into the semifinals. I'm sure they have a better name for it, like quarterfinals. But no, it's semifinals because you know what? I'm the commentator, and I get to call things what I want them. They're the semifinals. I know the word quarter is a word that we have already coined in the Oxford Dictionary, but I don't care. Ladies and gentlemen, don't forget to tweet at me. I will be answering your tweets in between rounds. Hashtag LOE at stealthshampoo. Looks like we got a question in from Kueller917. Where is the boat video? Hashtag LOE. The boat video will never exist. I'm sorry.
I'm going to see what's going on with Dome Dodgers and look at this graph as well.
So, unfortunately, we are unable to read the chat in games. In game, we are focused on the action and commentating the action and bringing you guys a good show. If you would like to interact with the stream, please tweet at me at stealthshampoo. Hashtag LOE. I'll be reading some of those tweets in between games, ladies and gentlemen. We are going into the semifinals. We have some pretty cool prizes, courtesy of DB. DB, the broest of bros, DB Sinclair. Great guy. Nice beard, although I do believe he cut it. I know the feeling, DB. Yo, if you're watching right now, bro, I know when DB cut his beard, everyone was giving him heat about it. When I cut my hair, everyone's giving me heat about it too. Like, he can't satisfy everyone, man. But DB hooked us up with some prizes. We have, let's see. This is not notes. This is notes for my final that I took 2 weeks ago. But I'm gonna pretend like there are notes on this page and go from memory. We have some art books, 5 art books for first place, I believe. T-shirts and Evolve coasters for those placing, as well as cash prizes and some skins. Nothing is written on these pages except notes for my final. But I look more official when I'm shuffling papers in between. I gotta shuffle papers. This is something I've taken production classes, and this is something you do in between rounds. You just shuffle papers.
And I'm setting up brackets on the fly, so don't mind me, guys. We still have the webcams up. There's the link to his Twitter, his Twitch. Guys, make sure you hit him with a follow. Stealth Shampoo's an amazing guy. I do appreciate you casting with me, man. On such short notice as well. He came in last minute, like over a week ago, and
I'm just a hobo.
was raring to go, man. I do appreciate it.
This is my room. I'm not. I actually do play. Some people are gonna be like, "What? This guy's." No, I actually play Evolve, and this is my room, not a hobo. You guys. Anyway, moving on, ladies and gents.
We're just waiting on
the semifinals.
Yeah, we're just waiting on confirmation there with Dark, who's running the map ban picks. They might be having a there's always sometimes discrimination between what maps might be going on. He might be having a map ban pick issue going on at the moment, but as soon as they are done there, we are running a 15-minute timer on how long it takes in between rounds for the people, so hopefully we can get that done as soon as possible.
I'm just shuffling papers. I feel more professional. So yeah, DB, thank you to him for hooking us up with some prizes. Don't forget to tweet at me at stealthshampoo. You spelled cupcake by the wrong dude. I'm just looking at it right now.
Yeah,
CUP?
I see
Where's
that.
it? Cake. By the way, there is a 45-second delay on the stream to prevent any cheating or accidental cheating. Not that I'm calling any of these guys out for cheating, but, you know, if you look over at the chat and you accidentally see which way the monster went, you know, we don't want things like that to screw up the game and the spirit of competition. So there is a 45-second delay. That's why I want you guys to tweet at me at stealthshampoo, hashtag LOE. I'll be responding to you guys there. You are watching the Legends of Evolve tournament. We just finished casting the Art of War and Salge if you just joined in. Ladies and gentlemen, don't forget, by the way, this weekend, Griffin Arctic event on Evolve Hunter's Quest. If you're not already in on it, good, because you're one less competition standing between me and my Griffin Arctic skin. So, yeah.
XSplit giving me problems. I'm not used to XSplit, guys. I do apologize. I am used to OBS, but I had problems with OBS. That's why I had to switch my broadcasting up before the tournament. The last driver that we had, I'm sure everyone's aware, with NVIDIA having that issue with the Witcher 3 update, the driver that they came out with, causing issues in game. It caused me issues with my recording, so I had to switch it up to XSplit, and I'm just learning or relearning how to use it, so I do apologize about that. But as soon as we have confirmation here, the next map ban picks, I will hop in that match and get it going.
We will get started as soon as possible, ladies and gentlemen. Just doing a little bit of coordination behind the stream. Anyway, let me read you guys off the picks so far. We don't have a lot of picks, not a lot of sample sizes, but so far we have seen one of each monster. The only win coming out from Salge's Goliath, one Kraken loss, one Wraith loss, no Behemoth. And we have seen so far Kyra, Hank, Maggie, Markov, Sunny, Abe, Hyde. To that list, I wouldn't be surprised if I saw a little bit of Griffin gameplay today. I wouldn't be surprised if I saw some Torvald. Who else are we missing? Some Val. Val has gotten pretty competitively viable. Her heal burst is 20 seconds, so it's faster than Kyra. It's more potent on herself, and her med gun is great. Really, the tranks are why you pick Val. You're giving up a little bit of sustainability on the medic because Kyra can heal herself with, nades to her feet. You're giving up a little bit of sustainability in exchange for those trank darts, which can be huge against a Kraken. They're super annoying to fight against.
Okay, 1 second. I'm going to mute my mic just 1 sec.
Yeah. Yeah, I sent it to him. He got it. He responded.
All right.
Let me check.
Just waiting on Dark here. As soon as they are ready. Like I said, guys, we tried to stagger that match, the 15 minutes there, to give other teams time to set up in between rounds, and we're going to learn from this. If we continue to do tournaments in the future, we will have less waiting in between, more action hopefully in the future. Again, I do apologize. This is the first time I've ever done anything like this. Usually, if you come in my stream, you see me just with my webcam on and my game up, and that's it. I don't do a lot of fancy, tournament stuff. This is my first time casting, so bear with us, guys. Let's see.
We will get started as soon as possible. If you need to make a run to the bathroom, grab yourself a bar of chocolate,
Hey, Legendary.
Cook yourself a mammoth bird, whatever it is that you eat.
Are you hosting?
Monster.
Hey, dude.
Are we giving up neutral hosts due to EU, US? What's going on?
I'm not sure, dude.
Okay. Well, I'm just waiting on Dark.
But yeah, okay, wait for him.
We're getting it set up right now, guys. I see a few people in the lobby. We're getting everyone in the match, and then
There's a game going now.
They aren't playing this for fun, ladies and gentlemen. For a bit of fame, and for a bit of gear, some T-shirts, some coasters, some art books, some money, some skins, ladies and gents.
Yep. I'm really excited for the stuff as well. It almost makes me wish I was competing and was on a team that could at least get... I would settle for an Evolve coaster, to be honest. I would love to have an Evolve coaster or another Evolve t-shirt. I mean, I am rocking one right now, but maybe a Monster one. Even though I don't play Monster as much as other people, I think I would like to have a Goliath t-shirt as well, or possibly a Kraken. Maybe have that Kraken on the back of the t-shirt. Coming in with a Lightning Strike or an Aftershock would look pretty cool.
No problem, Awful. That's what I'm here for that casting. Awful says thanks to Nikki. But yeah, the only Evolve gear I have are these wristbands that I picked up at Target. I haven't even opened them yet.
Nice.
But they're pretty cool.
Nice, man.
I got a Trapper, Assault Medic, Support, Monster. I should probably wear... My wrists feel unbalanced. Like, I'm always wearing a watch on my left wrist. I'm left-handed. I just naturally do this, and I keep my phone on my right hip. So I naturally like my watch on my left arm, but it feels a little unbalanced. I don't know if any of you guys are watch wearers. By the way, analog. Go with analog watches. If you're going to wear a watch, analog. What is it with people in digital watches? Come on. If you want a digital device for time, you have a phone. Sometimes my phone's huge. Let's see if I have it here. My phone's huge, so I don't always like taking it off of the holster. So sometimes just like bam. But no, go old school, man. You want to watch? Go old school. Go analog. But I feel like I gotta wear a monster wristband over here on the right because I mostly play monster. Balance out my watch. I think that'd be pretty cool. Oh, I need an evolved tie. Can someone get me one of those? Custom make a tie.
He
or
might
something.
have his Steam notifications off. That I think Legendary just came in and said their match is currently in progress. Their hunter, I think they're down to the last match. He just left. He might be joining in and doing a monster round. So we'll see what happens between Look at This Graph and Dome Dodgers as soon as we get confirmation there. And then Dark should have Stage 3 and Survivors of Sheer ready to go very soon, guys. Just please be patient. We will get in there as soon as possible.
Definitely, guys in the chat, everyone who's saying analog watches, ladies and gents. I kind of want to. I was considering getting a pocket watch, but that's called your phone in the modern day. Next up, I'm going to be getting a top hat and a cane. I'm going real old school, ladies and gents. If I could just get an entire wrist of these Evolve bands, that would be great. If I could have a sleeve of monster bands, that would be amazing. Yeah, see, Rage is always wearing a watch. Feels weird if you have it off. When I go outdoors and I don't have my watch, I'm like, whoa, something's wrong. Right, but when I'm indoors, I cannot wear it. I don't like gaming. Like, if I were actually playing in this tournament, I would not be wearing any of this. I cannot game with sleeves this long. Like, of course, I can run short sleeves. But I cannot game with sleeves, and I can't game with things on my wrist, bracelets or whatever. I gotta have my hands, like, totally free of anything making contact with it. So, I'm always wearing my watch when I go out, though. If I forget it, I'm just like thrown off. Few things I need when I go out: phone, wallet, what else? Watch, sunglasses.
Oh,
These are all
okay.
at my desk right now,
I got
of course.
confirmation on what's going on. They're having a rule set. They're discussing one of the rules here. Looks like they're having a little bit of a problem over there. We're waiting for them to have that out, guys. Nice shades, dude. Nice shades. You make me want to put mine on.
I could be the shaded caster or whatever. You know what's really comfortable are slacks. Like, man, I wish slacks could. I know slacks are like casual in the workplace, but I'm in college. If you wear slacks to school, you just look like you're off, unless you're wearing something else to match it. Slacks are so comfortable. These ones are a little. Am I getting a little chubby? I don't know. These are the slacks I wore when I was 13. Of course, I've gained a little weight since then.
Looks like Legendary is going to bring me in his match. I thought they had a ref in there. I'm going to hop in.
Man, I gotta loosen my belt.
We're going to watch. I'm not sure what round they're on or what's going on.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are waiting for the next round to start up. Thanks for staying tuned. Until then, you get to hear Nikki dress talk. Yo, I've been looking at watches, man. I like those watches with watches in them. You know what I'm talking about? Now, I'm not a watch aficionado, but those watches with other watches in them, those are really cool.
Lobby is full. I think they have the ref already in there. Just waiting. I think they have a ref, and he's going to back out, and so we can observe that match while we're waiting on Survivors this year and Stage 3.
Ladies and gents, we will be started momentarily. If you would like me to read anything you're saying, as long as it's appropriate, on stream, tweet at stealthshampoo. At stealthshampoo, ladies and gentlemen. Hashtag LOE, Legends of Evolve. Don't spell that whole thing out because that's very long. LOE, hashtag LOE, ladies and gents. At stealthshampoo. We are just getting things set up right now, ladies and gents. I see some lobby stuff happening on the screen.
So this is Look at This Graph and Dome Dodgers. And who's ahead? Dome Dodgers? 1? What's the score, guys, so I can change it?
It's 1-0 to Dome Dodgers.
Okay, and you're playing as Monster, as this is your host, Legendary?
Yeah, but I'm gonna do a dedicated server, so it's gonna be in Netherlands.
Okay, Evolve Saturday Venus, is he on your team?
No, I'm sorry. I'm on the medics team.
Okay, alright.
Ladies and gentlemen, we'll get started.
I'm on
in
this. Look at
just
this
a
graph or
moment.
something team, I think.
Yeah, that's true.
Yo, how many of my subs are all up in the chat?
So we should
Drop me that
right?
Nikki hype in the chat, ladies and gents, for some Evolve Esports. Or some Nikki Ty. Just drop, if you're one of my subs all up in the chat right now, drop me some of them emotes. Let's roll. I'm a great time filler. Yeah, my specialty is sitting in lobbies and doing nothing. And just talking for so long.
Good luck, have fun, guys.
Thank you.
We'll be moving into the next match in a moment, ladies and gentlemen. I think we have one in progress. We have a series in progress. Arena mode, ladies and gents, if you have not heard, Arena mode has gone live. That was Tuesday. It is a free new game mode for Evolve. One dome, one side comes out alive. No respawns for the hunters. Either the monster goes out, or the hunters
I hate
are all
XSplit
down.
so much. That's gonna have to be off center. I'll have to get a different banner next time. But here we go, guys. On refueling tower, Dome Dodgers up 1. Look at this graph. And I believe Legendary is going to be the monster. So if you like Goliath, he's he used to be, I'm not sure if he still is, #1 Goliath on the PC leaderboards. So here we go, guys. I'm not sure what the Hunter band picks. We will find out in just a minute what they picked here.
All right, who do we got right here? Let me fill out my chart. On board, the monster, Legendary. Bringing in that Goliath, we have Kyra, Hank, Griffin, and Torvald. Kyra, Hank, Griffin. Griffin, new pick. Griffin.
Yeah, I do apologize, guys. I know some of you in the chat are getting impatient. Like I said, this is our first time. We've never done anything like this before. We were trying to set it up as we go with some of these teams. They're having issue with the rule set and the map ban picks, but we are getting those issues worked out right now. We have some referees in the background taking care of that, so things should be picking up from here. And here we go, guys. Legendary 117 MSSX here on Refueling Tower as the Goliath player. Robo Bob or Robert as Torvald. Lati G Magic as Kyra, and Thorin on the Hank player, and the Evolve Saturday group leader, or not leader, but member, Venus as their trapper. And here we go, guys. Second round. Let's see if Dome Dodgers can get another win here with their monster player.
You know, I'm really jealous of these Goliaths. They do not have to wear pants, and I do. I gotta, before the next cast, get some looser pants. Anyway, starting things off here on Refueling Tower. Armoring up, almost a full armor right here. Legendary, going with that Goliath. Let's see how he does. Torvald, the first time we've seen Torvald picked in this tournament. Same thing with Griffin. Griffin is a great pick. With all the hills around on this map, if you harpoon a monster right before he gets to the top of a hill, he's coming falling back down and making no progress on his climb. So Griffin's a good pick on this map. Very interesting that we're seeing Refueling Tower on competitive play. I might call this the easiest map as the monster to play just because of the sheer amount of things that want to kill this hunter squad. You got tyrants, you got pro-bill slots everywhere, armadillos, mammoth birds, blitz leopards. That whole south side of the map wants you dead. There's 2 armadillos, a few groups of blitz leopards. It's all bad. And this is a very, very good map for Legendary. So let's see what he can do.
Yeah, let's see if they're going to opt to hold that arena for the evolve, or are they actually going to go for an engage here. He's got the arena out, which leads me to believe he's going to toss it as soon as he gets in range. Legendary, though, getting away, going to be able to run to the south side of the map, possibly go for the caves and get a clean evolve. We'll see if he can make that happen.
Ooh, he is moving across the map, and I think he does have his stage ready. He is just gone, leaving the hunters in the dust over there at the north part. They did not have a sound spike down here in spawn. I'm not entirely sure why. While Griffin was making his way up north, they should have put a sound spike down so they could figure out exactly where he was going. But now they're going to have to spend a little bit of time rezoning in on the monster, although it looks like the support's pretty far away. Griffin not too far out, but we're not entirely sure if he knows what direction the Goliath went in.
Here
So it looks
goes
like he
Legendary
actually...
for that evolve.
Did he get that Marsh Strider right there? He was trying to kill it before he staged. Ooh, he might get this dome right here. Griffin is moving in hot, especially if they have a Kyra adrenaline boost. Looks like he found the tracks. Oh, look, looks like he got the safe evolve. Yeah, he's
Going
100
2
meters
rock
out.
throw, 3 leaf smash, 1 fire breath. Pretty decent stage
Exactly
2.
what I used.
Yeah.
At stage 1 and stage 2, this is the exact set that I decided to use my tough. It looks like he's got armor. So the hardest part about the monster in today's
he gonna get out?
meta,
Oh, he gets out.
that was absolutely beautiful. How he dodged that was amazing. He climbed up on top of that jump, saw the trapper, and jumped the opposite direction. One clean jump got him super far out of that dome. That was an amazing dome dodge. Not only did he have armor ready if he did get domed, which is the hardest part.
He's going to get it down here on the trapper with the sneak attack. Into a rock throw right into the face of Kyra.
He can fight. He can fight at this point. His Hank in position to shield, he better be.
And look at this graph. Not looking so good. That shield, I don't know if it's going to be enough. Here comes another rock.
Stop looking at the graph and look at the game. Oh my god, look at this graph. Medic
Oh my
is
goodness.
down. The orbital coming in hot. Armor's not working. He's already got a down penalty on the trapper and the medic. He might.
And a
If
leaf
he
smash comes out, takes out Kyra. He's going to finish it right here, I believe. Going hard.
This could be one of the cleanest competitive sweeps
Oh
I've
my
ever seen.
god, he eats it. The
The
personal
personal
shield
was too late.
It
That
came
was
out
far
way
too
too
late.
late.
And that could be it right there. Toss a flame. That's game.
And Dome Dodgers takes another win here. Look at this graph. How to
That
come up with
was-
a different strategy, man.
That was executed perfectly. That was perfect monster gameplay right there if
GG.
I've ever seen it.
Just whoever is the monster for look at this graph, make sure you send me an invite or add me if you haven't already. That way we can get the next round.
GG, guys.
All right, logging the wins here. That is 2 Goliath wins in this tournament. One from Salge. And then this one right here. Oh, man. They really dropped the ball on that one, unfortunately. That Hunter squad. Just give me a moment to
Now,
log my notes here.
I really dislike X-Split.
Okay.
Okay, here we go. Got my numbers logged in, I believe.
Yeah, whoever the monster player is for your team, have them invite me. Look at this graph.
So in that previous round, right, great opening path by the Goliath. He got fed up very quickly, went north, saw the trapper, went all the way back to the south. They lost track of him. And what killed that team there is Griffin didn't dome out of the evolve. And he got stealth pounced. He should have put a sound spike down there in the middle, and they would have been able to hone in on where that monster went and dome him right out of the stage. Griffin did not have a teammate near him. Do not send the trapper by themselves. Have someone in line of sight to shoot any kinds of pounces that might happen. Or if you get attacked by a tyrant or a plant, split 2 and 2, right? Trapper went down. Medic got focused too much, and the support was not in position to support the medic, nor was he in position to support the trapper. The assault didn't pop his personal shield in time. That was just perfectly played by the monster, and the hunters just made far too many mistakes that the monster capitalized on right there.
And I think the dome dodge was just an insult to injury. I think even if the dome had come out the way they played that, I think Legendary still had a good chance there in that arena. It was basically the same area they just fought in. Definitely looks good for Dome Dodgers there. And the name, proving the name there, Dome Dodgers, he actually dodged that dome. So
Very hard.
Yes.
Yeah, that junkyard part of the map is in a corner, so it's kind of hard to escape that. But I like what he did there. I've done this a few times myself. Climb up as high as you can on that junk, and then jump off in the opposite direction of the hunters with your aim pointed about 45 degrees up in the air, and you could just get out one single jump. That was very well done. Don't forget, Griffins, use your sound spikes. That's what caused some problems right there, unfortunately. Anyway, what's this series? I know we're jumping into this series a little late.
Well, it looks like Dome Dodgers already had one map in, and then we jumped in on Refueling Tower versus Look at This Graph. And we're going to be going on to Look at This Graph's monster as soon as they get the host situated. I think this is the EU-US conflict that we were having. This is why this was taking so long. We were trying to decide either on a neutral host or the dedicated server. Again, when you have a team that's in the US and one that's in EU, you can have complications with lag. You almost uncertainly, if you're playing Monster and you don't have hosts and you're in EU versus a US team, you're going to get some latency when you're eating or tossing rocks or, you know, anything. All that comes into play with the latency as a Monster player. I believe it's more detrimental to a Monster player than it is a Hunter team. I feel like a little bit of bullet lag isn't as bad as missing a complete ability as a Monster player.
We are getting this set up, ladies and gentlemen. I am going through my Twitter right now. At stealthshampoo on Twitter, hashtag LOE. Some random dude asked, can I unban him from my channel? The answer is no.
Oh.
Get wrecked, scrub.
Tough love.
Now, if anyone has anything actually important to tweet at me, feel free to tweet at stealthshampoo. We are getting the next match started, ladies and gents.
Yeah, as soon as they get the host situated, again, guys, that can cause a lot of issues. You know what? I'm going to have to toss mine on just to match. Even though my suit isn't as nice as yours.
Are you tossing on the sunglasses?
Yeah.
We gotta rock the sunglasses, dude. You know what I gotta get are those little handkerchiefs that you put in these pockets.
Oh, yeah, that would definitely add
Here,
to the...
right here. Yeah, you think maybe I can just scrunch up this tie that I have sitting right here. And
That would definitely add to the profile. I'm actually going to invite Legendary here and see what is going on.
what if I just do this? I don't have I don't have the handkerchiefs. I don't have any handkerchiefs to put in my pockets. So does that work? I just scrunched up a tie and put it in. Yeah, it kind of looks like something. Whatever. But I have none of those. I got a lot of ties, but I don't have any pocket handkerchiefs for suit jackets. So if you guys would send me some of those, that would be great. Feel free to just drop them off in my chat. You know, get some handkerchiefs. Throw them in my chat. I have a BTTV feature that lets me pull things. Oh damn! I see those. I can't see Trick. Those sunglasses looking good.
Thanks, man.
I can't see him on Skype, so I have to wait on the stream delay to see what's going on as well. Anyway, we're getting things set up, ladies and gentlemen. Don't forget to tweet at me at stealthshampoo hashtag LOE.
No, Hunter should not be hosting that. Yeah, we're having issues right now. Monster should get host. Unless a conflict, if people cannot connect, or... Okay, then.
We're working things out right now. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Legends of Evolve. We are working on setting up the next match. The first match we casted, Salge versus Art of War. Salge, space and low gravity. What was the E again? Oh, I've heard that like 100 times.
Did you guys already go through the medic, trapper, monster pick? Correct?
We waited for you, but we can do that real quick.
Okay, go ahead.
Kyra Griffin.
Kyra Griffin, okay. Let's see what monster they choose.
Right.
let me log these picks here. Kyra
I believe
Griffin.
we're going.
Let's see here. Another Griffin game coming in. Got Kyra on deck.
What monster?
And we're doing Cabot Hyde for support and assault.
Cabot Hyde for support and assault. What monster? I missed it.
I think you picked Wraith. Right?
Wraith? Okay, Wraith. Roger that. Ready when you guys are. Good luck. Have fun.
Good luck, Monster Man.
Good luck.
I'm glad you're recording all that over there, Nikki, to look at that later.
Yeah. We saw Hyde twice. Is that correct?
Yeah, I don't know what the first round was. I could get that later from Legendary if you need the picks.
Yeah. Let's see. And then you said Wraith and
Cabot. Yep.
Cabot, Griffin, Kyra. Who's the assault?
I
Hyde?
think it Hyde. Yeah, Hyde, right?
Hyde again. Yeah, this is the third Hyde game. Is that correct?
Yeah, I think so.
All right. Wow, I did not expect this at all. We are going to see some Cabot gameplay here on Fusion Plant. That might not be too terrible of a pick. The dust tag is going to be very helpful, especially in the big swamp area. If you have no idea where the monster is, if the sound spikes aren't picking him up, the dust tag is going to go in and pick up the monster for you, especially these tricky Wraiths. Ladies and gents, once again, those picks. Wraith versus Kyra, Hyde, Torvald, Griffin, Cabot. Cabot is a very interesting pick because he has 0 defensive potential. No shields, no jetpack, all offense with the dust tag to help with locating the monster. So it is up to Kyra to keep this team alive. Good thing they pick Hyde, because if anyone ever goes down, Hyde can drop that stink nade to stop the Wraith from guarding the body. Alright, let's see what we got here, ladies and gents. We have the Wraith versus Hyde, Kyra, Cabot, and Griffin. Fusion Plant coming in. It's up to Kyra to keep this team alive. When Cabot is in the game, everyone takes more damage. There's no more shields for the Hunter squad, but Cabot does have the damage amp to put more damage on the monster. So Cabot, making his team super aggressive, we can expect to see a lot more down penalties and a lot more health damage quicker on this Wraith, especially since Wraiths dash around a lot. With Cabot's wall banging potential with his railgun, he can stop the Wraith from eating through walls if he gets a good dust tag.
And if the Wraith can manage to get to stage 3, it's going to be really hard to play defensive enough, or play aggressive enough, should I say, to burn through his health and armor if he gets full armor. Those strikes are going to start rolling out pretty consistently. Even Kyra, without those shielding on a stage 3 Wraith, depending on what abilities you go, you're not going to be able to avoid much without that shield.
You're definitely going to need to get in those AoE heals, and you need those heal bursts to matter. Anyway, it looks like, what kind of split are they going here? Support by himself, pushing the monster into the other 3 players. This might not be too bad of a split, because if the support gets in trouble, he'll cloak himself. So he'll call it if he doubles back around. Alright.
And the
It
dome's
looks
out.
like that's the dome. Yeah, holding the dome on this map is a strategy that we see a little less, just because of how big the map is.
Yeah,
It'll
I
be
agree.
harder to catch the monster off the evolve, so I think it's good that they domed here. Not the worst area to dome, they didn't catch that sloth, and there's no hostile wildlife in here to help the Wraith, so I think Griffin at this point picked a very good area to dome. Hopefully they get a sound spike down, because yep, they do have a sound spike down in the dome, because this Wraith is just going to be flying all over the place. Hyde is going to need to keep his thrower on there.
Healing field, good to go.
Kyra should be able to out-heal this stage 1 Wraith. In fact, she's going on the napalm nades because no one's taking damage. Trying to keep him on fire just in case he pops up. What has he got? What is he using here? I've seen abduction. Is it just 3 abductions?
Abduction and War Blast, yeah. They're not putting enough pressure out, though. I mean, they got through what little bit of armor he had, and he's able to avoid damage here. You can't keep damage amp on him long enough when he's moving around like that. Nice harpoon, though.
And it looks like he is taking health damage. Just about 20% right there, and the Wraith is bailing
Oh, and another
out.
nice harpoon.
No, that was a perfect harpoon, because that caused him to drop, gave him a little more time to put the heat in. Yeah, we saw a full-on assault Kyra right there. They could have done more damage, but keep in mind it's a bit hard to damage a Wraith who doesn't want to get damaged. If he stood and engaged, he would have really gone down a lot more health. But looks like this Wraith is only a little more than halfway towards staging. He better hurry up and get some more of that food, hit stage 2, because it looks like he is not willing to fight at stage 1.
Yeah, he definitely needs to get some more armor. Definitely needs to get some more food in his belly towards that evolution. Maybe he can break back towards the other side of the map. Those sound spikes, though, are definitely going to catch him. Very nice placement on the sound spikes from one troll. Going to give the hunters a good idea of where he goes, whether they lose line of sight of him or not. He's going to be able to see his movement on the map. And another nice harpoon comes out from the trapper here.
Right after he finishes that warp blast, he goes into the harpoon. It's excellent. Looks like he just decided to fly over Death Pit. That's going to take a little bit of the... Oh, the mammoth birds. That was 2 mammoth birds hit and a cabbage shot, and all his armor's
denied.
He's got to leave.
He got denied on the feed there. Very nice.
Excellent work by Cabot. Almost tore through his armor to his health. That would have been terrible.
I mean, he's regenerating a little bit of armor, but the evolution meter, I mean, that's going to be a problem. He needs to get to stage 2. He needs to eat. They're denying him any food he tries to go for here. They're going to cut him off. There might be another dome here. One troll might get the dome.
Oh, yep, going around. And if the assault can push the Wraith into Griffin right here, that's going to be another dome, and he doesn't have too much armor. Oh, looks like he's picking up some. Yep. Very lucky there. Got about 50% armor. No one was in range to deny that feed, and we might get a dome. He's still moving in range of Griffin. If Griffin gets a nice Poon Dome right here, that could spell the Wraith some trouble, especially since he doesn't have full armor. And that's such... Sloth Alley right here is a little bit harder to dodge in. It's well in
Trapper might be able to cut him off if the Wraith continues to head that other way. He's heading right towards the Trapper.
Either way, this Wraith is not in a good position. This game has been going on for, I'm going to take a guess, at least 3 minutes, and he is not ready to stage it.
Yeah.
5.
Yeah, 5 minutes.
5 minutes into this game, and this Wraith is not ready to stage. Remember, in competitive play, we have lowered the timer down to 15 minutes. So every moment you take to get to stage 2 is a moment you don't have to get to stage 3.
Yep.
So he needs to pick this up and start moving quickly, because you have to be mindful of the timer. If you're playing in pubs, you got plenty of time. You can spend all day at stage 1, but here you have 15 minutes. The time runs out. Unless you destroy the relay or destroy the hunters, you lose that way, even if you don't fully die. So he's not even fully fed, and it's been 6 minutes into the game. He's got to hurry this up. Good idea running them past the Venom Hounds, though. Maybe they'll get caught there if they're not paying attention, but if I'm playing Assault, I'm always spraying those Venom Hounds down. I don't got time for that. All right, where is he going?
I don't know. He needs to make something happen here, though. That abduction, way off.
If I had to guess his current set, ooh, there's the dome. 1 warp blast, 2 abduct. If I had to take a guess, I'm not entirely sure though.
I wish they would add a feature where you could see what the monster starts off with. That would be really nice to have an observer mode. And he's taking massive damage right here. Damage amp coming out there. Into the toxic nade, just eating his health. Yeah, the harpoon's coming out doing work.
He's about half health right now.
I don't know if he's going to be able to get out of this.
Kyra is not even using her abilities. She's going full-on assault mode. There are people damaged on her team, and all I see are fire nades going everywhere, which is not necessarily a bad thing. Kyra, people overlook the fact that
oh, is
Kyra
he stuck? He can't get through there? Oh no, that's not good.
That's terrible. People are always saying, man, Kyra is super hard to out-heal, but keep in mind, Kyra does almost no damage.
But the hunters can get through. Oh no, he did get through. He managed to get through, but it's too late. It's
the harpoon
too late.
and the flame to finish him off. Unfortunately, he wasn't even able to hit stage 2 right there. Wraith goes down again, and that looks like a victory for the Hunter Squad. I don't have the series numbers right here, so what is that?
Thanks, but I played.
That is 3 for
bad.
Dome Dodgers. That's it for look at this graph. Good game. Looks like Dome Dodgers will be moving on. Thanks for competing. Look at this graph. Thanks for letting us cast you. I do appreciate it, man.
All right, look at this graph. Eliminated from the tournament.
All right, we'll see you guys in the next. Get with Dark, One Troll and Marine King. Make sure you guys get with Dark for the next setup.
Okay.
Just updating my graph here. Surprisingly, we just saw Cabot win in
Yeah.
competitive play. That is not to be expected. They went full on offense, and that paid off. Cabot has no shields whatsoever. Extremely difficult to keep your team alive with only Kyra on the medic if you're fighting against a stage 3 monster, but it pulled off right there. As you saw, Cabot was able to keep on the offensive by shooting the Wraith long range with that railgun. That damage amp helped put the heat in, and they didn't even need healing from Kyra. Kyra was going in on the napalm. In that case, Val would have been a great pick there to further harass the monster with Tranks. They didn't look like they needed the heals right there, so Cabot really paid off. That's a huge risk right there, removing shields from your team, but it paid off because they went full offense, and because of that damage amp, because of that railgun, because of that hide gameplay, and most of all, MVP, because of that assault Kyra, they were able to take down that Wraith before it even hit stage 2. In fact, that was about a 7-minute game right there, and I don't even think the Wraith got full energy to get to stage 2. They just really kept the pressure up, and that is extremely hard to do on a map like Fusion.
That was a really good dome, too. I mean, he could get around that tree, but it denied. So he was literally stuck, or at least the monster thought he was stuck, and Hyde was able to come around and just apply so much pressure. I mean, even if he had got around, I don't know if he could have survived long enough for that arena to drop. That was detrimental. The damage amp, I mean, again, a lot of people say Cabot, never pick him, you know, it's a risk, but risk versus reward. Look, it paid off for that team right there. They made Cabot work, especially with the coercion they had with the harpoons coming out. They had the good harpoons coming out, and they didn't have to heal that much. Kyra was throwing all those flame grenades out, and it was just pressure building on the monster.
It looks like we're having some issues with Twitch's hosting. Am I hosting the stream? I should have been hosting it earlier. Did you get a notification?
You are
that I'm
now
hosting?
hosting, yeah. Yeah, you
Okay.
are now hosting.
Yeah, because I hosted when we started at 1 p.m. and DB said he was as well, but
Chromo.
neither of them went through.
Okay, so
And
I need to
neither-
get in Chromo's match, Roger.
Neither of those went through, so I think that was a glitch with Twitch's hosting module or something. I'm not sure. Welcome, everyone. If you have any comments you would like to send towards me, if they're appropriate to read, then I will read them at stealthshampoo on Twitter, #LOE. There is a 45-minute delay on the stream, so also we're very concentrated on the action. We are casting, so please be sure to send me tweets instead of in the chat. The chat keeps rolling, but the tweets are archived over there, so you can always go back and look at them. At stealthshampoo on Twitter, stealthshampoo, no space, no underscore. And you can see me there. I'll read your tweets. Ladies and gents, we are moving on. Are we still in the semi-finals?
We are in stage 3 versus Survivors of Sheer now.
All right. Is this semi-finals or are we in semifinals yet?
Semi-finals still.
All right. Coming up, ladies and gentlemen, we are getting the match set up. Please stay tuned if you want to.
Looks like the first match
time.
is going to be on, let's see, what did he say? First match will be on Weather Control. We will be playing Stage 3's Monster, and then second will be Distillery.
All right.
Did you guys already do the Medic Trapper Monster pick?
Yeah, we did.
Alright, roger that. Good luck, have fun, and start it when you're ready.
Roger.
All right, we're coming in.
You guys all here?
Alright,
to the
whenever
next
you're ready,
match.
Pulse.
Alright, good luck, guys.
If anyone
We're
bought
here.
the
Good luck.
45-minute thing, you're insane. It's 45 seconds. Yes, this is coming through. This is this tournament coming to you live from 45 minutes ago. It's 45 seconds, guys. Come on.
No, it's 45 seconds.
All right, who did you say? Stage 3
Stage
is on the
3's
monster?
Monster first, and then we have Survivors of Sheer playing for the Hunters.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, this stream coming to you live from 45 days ago. Weather Control Hunt is up next. Stage 3's Monster. Do we have the picks in yet?
Yeah, they
Hunter.
had already done it when I joined. I didn't get to hear it. We'll see as soon as we get in the lobby what they have though. I asked
Alright.
as soon as I joined, man. I know you can't hear on your end what's going on. I wish there was a setting I could change so you could hear, but yeah.
I just realized I'm the only one sitting in the curse chat, so I'm going to leave now. I'm all by myself over there. All right. Oh, wow. Wow, they're bringing out the picks that I did not expect this round. Whoa, the skin, though. What skin is that? I actually don't know what skin that is. On Hyde.
Looks like we're going to have Val, Hank, Abe, and Hyde versus Kraken. Sorry, I had to take care. Apparently, my moderators are AFK. People are posting stuff, and I am not able to. I need a moderator.
Yeah, I usually mod my own chat all the time, too. All right, we got Val. We got Hank. Picks are locked. We got Abe. We got Hyde. Yep. Our picks this round, ladies and gentlemen, Kraken, Hank, Abe, Hyde, and Val. Now, very interesting picks. Abe and Val are going to be super annoying with Kraken. Those tranks and stasis can bring you out of flight and slow you to a crawl. So, if you're picking Val, you're picking her because of her CC potential.
Yes, Fat Donkey, moderate while my other moderators are AFK or asleep. We have stage 3. The monster is not tonic on weather control. We got Dark and Wolf taking over for Hyde. Unicorn Utters as Val. Dizu as Hank. And Chromo on Abe.
Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. This is an anti-Kraken team right here. The stasis and the tranks. Hyde usually has a hard time reaching up to the monster with his flamethrower, but if these two can keep him on the ground so that he can get in his face and melt some faces, not a bad idea. Hank, the defensive pick for this round. They got the beam team rolling here. Let's see if this Kraken can pull one together. Just a few statistics, ladies and gents. The monsters have won 2 rounds and lost 3 that we have spectated so far. All right, and it looks like we already